In today's episode, we're talking about friends and business. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Episode
27
of
hashtag Ask Chris 8. We're getting it down.
I like that. I like that, dude. It's welcome to the. That's perfect, man. It takes time. It takes
27 episodes.
Quick YouTube tip: if you're making a YouTube show, you just have to make a lot, because if you make a lot, then you'll get the format down.
Practice makes perfection.
That's all
and
we're
getting perfect at it.
Hey, welcome YouTube Nation. Welcome Periscope. If you guys want to watch a show live on Periscope, we have it streaming. It's Christopher_Ake, and you can watch it. Like, look at, for example, YouTube. We got William Prey. What's your YouTube channel? We'll post it in the link. Right now, we don't have a unique URL, so we appreciate that. William Prey says shirtless. You know, so look at, we're on Periscope. Like, we're doing this. Will is going to be responding to the people on the Periscope. So go ahead, tune in Periscope, watch it live. This is the show. I'm going to set this over here right now for that. So the show, welcome. This show, what I want to talk about is drop a bomb
again
on YouTube Nation.
Bomb, man. Make it explode.
I like the synergy today. We're feeling good. You know how many calls we had? We had 30 calls today. This morning, 30 phone calls this morning. We have 100 to go after lunch because we're crushing client success calls right now.
And why we're such in a good mood is because we made 30 plus calls today, and they have all been positive. They have all been great, and what we do at Grand Apps is we strive for customer service and customer support. So we haven't had a bad call yet. We still have 100 more, but we haven't had a bad call yet. So I feel like we're doing good. And sales and referrals, which is another reason why we're touching base with clients on a regular basis to obviously get some referrals. If they love us, they know people who are going to love us and going to want our service. So always trying to build, always trying to reach out to customers and, show our love. People want to be talked to. They want to be engaged and let people know that we're always up on them as a client. So
yeah, tell Periscope and YouTube how to find you, because I'm Christopher_Ake on Twitter.
Yes. Find me, Brandon_Ross3 is my Twitter. Same as Instagram. Brandon Nicholas Ross is my Facebook. Follow me on everything, man.
We'll be on Periscope and everything. So what I want to do is I want to get into the show. Periscope, we're going to put you to the side for a second. I want to get into the show. And today's topic of the show, what I want to talk about,
I don't even know.
He never knows. I just drop the topics randomly. So today's topic, I want to talk about friends and business. So
that's interesting because that's both right here.
Yep. And the reason I want to talk about that is because we did a podcast back in the day. And the podcast pretty much was talking about friends in business and how to handle friends in business. Personally, myself, I've had different business partners who went into business with their friends, their best friends, whoever friends, and then they had a bad breakup because they had to let them go. They didn't see eye to eye. They had to fire them, right? It's a weird situation, right? So tell them a little bit about our background, just so they know on the YouTube Nation.
For sure.
What we're doing, where we're at, just so they know this dynamic.
I remember that podcast briefly. We did a bit back in the day. So
we did like 2. Not 27 yet.
So to touch base on that is, people want to go into business with their friends, but they always say don't go into business with a friend. It's looked down upon, right? But we've been doing it for quite a while now, and we've had much success. The reason why we've had much success
4 years
is because we have the same mindset. We have the same goals. We have the same motivation, and we can build each other up when we need be. Right?
Well, yeah, and what I was going to say, too, for people who don't know who we are and what we're doing is, so I went to high school with this guy.
Yeah.
Right? I went to high school freshman year. We've known each other for over 10 years, right? A decade long, we've known each other through the ups, the downs, the good, the bad. Like, we've known each other through so many times. And so I started this company, right? Show them. Here, move. Part the C, man. Part the C. Grand Apps. So started this company called Grand Apps. He's rocking the t-shirt. And we started building, we started building mobile apps And then we did websites and then social media. And we're doing full marketing to become a digital agency. And, you know, he's been my good friend for 10 years. And I was like, look, man, you got to come join the company, right? I'm going to give you half the amount of money in my bank to come join the company. And he said no. He's going to wait, right? So he waited. Then what happened after he waited was he decided to join later based on other circumstances. But anyways, long story short, we've been doing this. But what I wanted to give a tip to you guys is we've been doing this. This is a great situation, a great story, but we really know how to separate. I would say so, and you could talk about this. We know how to separate, like, you know, after we clock out. Like right now what we're doing is business. This is business. If he's not performing, he's done. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's done. If you're not performing and doing what you need to do, that's it. And he understands that. I understand that too, because if I'm in that same situation where, you know, like, I'm not performing, I'm going to say I'm not performing. I understand that. I should be done, right? So we have very great self-actualization about what we're doing and who we are. And we understand the roles and the positions that we're all in, just speaking of us. So, I mean, that's kind of, because there's so many times like where I actually had a business partner, he had to let somebody go because he wasn't performing. He didn't know how to bring that up to him. And the biggest problem in my mind was when they first started, there was no upfront commitment. There's no upfront comment. Remember we talked about that when that happened. And I said, if this happens,
which I was fully aware of. I mean, you do have to separate business from friendship. And there's been plenty of times, not plenty, there's been a couple times where throughout this experience, my career at Grand Apps, where we had to step back, and Chris had to be like, "Oh, come to Jesus talk," which I love that phrase. To come to Jesus talk, where performance was down. I had different things going on with my life. Blah blah blah. I just wasn't putting everything into Grand Apps. I had to step back and say, "Look, man, you know, this is a business. I want you to perform. I know." The reason I was fine with it because he said B is like, I know you can do better than you're doing, which I knew also, and I just needed a friend actually to come up and say that to me, and also in a business manner, both sides saying, hey man, if you're not performing, then you know you have to find something else to do, right? Yeah. And after these talks, obviously it kicked it into gear. I just need a little bit of refreshment, you know, of what I'm actually here to do. So you know, it's important to keep business and work separate.
Yeah.
Or business and friendship separate, but you know, in our relationship, it definitely has its benefits, being such close friends and also being driven and working toward the same goal.
And the crazy thing is, like, is our relationship is so close because, like, we're best friends, right? Like, we're so close. We talk to each other every single day, multiple times a day, all the time, right? The thing about it is, like, we fully understand how to separate that. And there's people who just have not even best friends, but just friends that are going to go to business, and then they just say, yeah, so I just have a friend, I'm going to business. Oh, it's not working out. I got, man, I don't know how to handle it. You know, like, for example, like, ours should be the most, like, hard thing to do, especially going to, I'm not talking about just friendship, I'm talking about your wife, right, your husband, your kids, going into business with family. It's the same thing. Like, when you first go into business, I'm going to give you a quick tip, is you need to outline it. Like, seriously, have a piece of paper, outline everything, and then just be like, hey, this is what's expected of you. What's expected of you, it's expected of me. If we're not hitting it, what's the rules? What's the penalties? How do I get out of that? Because as soon as you have this documented, you can look back on it and go, yeah, I wasn't doing that. My bad. I'm wrong. Right? That's absolutely right. It was all listed right there. If I have to get let go, I have to get let go. I'm sorry, right? And you can't start arguing about it, you know. So you just have to view it in that scope, in that the Periscope. I get zingers every time, man. I'm getting better at zingers, dude. It's mine's down. I don't know. YouTube Nation, are you guys watching?
Radio Free GR just joined.
No, what's up, Radio Free GR? But yeah, so YouTube Nation, that's what we got. You know, best friends doing business. You got to separate the line. You got to make sure that you guys have a clear understanding of what's expected from each party before you start the business. Fine, if you don't have that before you start, at least document it and talk about it and bring that up somewhere throughout the business and what you're doing. So that's us. That's what we do. YouTube, follow, subscribe, like, comment. If you got questions, ask us. We've been in business over 4 years, and with best friends, with friends, with not friends. We went through ups, downs. So if you guys have questions like that, ask us and let us know. So that's it.
Perfect.
When are we going to see
Sounds good.
YouTube
We'll
next?
See you tomorrow. We'll be here tomorrow. Episode 28. More bombs, because it's always bombs. We're dropping bombs on you. So tune in. #AskChris8. So tomorrow.
All right, guys.